2 mornings ago, I woke up with kind of a chaotic idea. We've been biking now for almost a month through Europe, and it takes a lot of time to bike every single day. And at the same time, I've been trying to write my epic fantasy book. So it's been this battle between biking time and writing time. I had this sudden thought in the middle of the night, what if I didn't have to compete between these two? What if I could combine them and make my writing time my biking time and vice versa? That led to the idea of let's try dictation while biking. So dictation is voice to text, so speaking into like a device and having it write out the words for you. I didn't even film an intro. I just kind of went for it because a part of me was like, this is gonna fail, this is not gonna work, why even bother? But you know, it actually didn't go so bad. I hope you sit back and enjoy me trying to write my fantasy book while biking. It's so beautiful, but I don't think this is the place to do dictation because there's so many people and obstacles and the wind is really loud, so I don't even know if it would pick up my words very well. So we're gonna wait a little bit longer and maybe find a quieter, less populated place to try this out for the first time. This might have some potential. We are now on just a biking and walking path, but I'm kind of worried it's just gonna turn right into a road as soon as I start trying to dictate. But it is really nice, it's pretty quiet, but I also am a little bit nervous for the dictation, how that's gonna go. So maybe I'm trying to delay a little bit, but we'll do it eventually. I'm gonna give it maybe into like another 5 minutes. I don't know if it's gonna get any nicer than this, so I think this is where we're going to try dictation for the first time. I have not really been planning or thinking this through, so I don't really know what I want to do the dictation on, like what software. I don't have much download on my phone, but I've previously used Google Docs and it seemed to be okay in terms of like voice to text, so I'm just gonna give that a shot as our first try. So I'm gonna open Google Docs. That's it. Okay, sweet, it is working. And I'm not really sure about holding it as I'm going, so actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like tuck it into my bra strap. So we'll see if that works in terms of like being able to hear me properly. The first of our dictation attempts was okay. So you could probably see I very quickly started to just hold my phone in my hand because every time I would press start on the voice to text and then try to put it away without me knowing, it would stop. So I don't know what the issue is with that. Even when I was holding it in my hand, like if I take too long of pauses, it like automatically tries and like stops you from continuing. I don't know. So I think I got a couple hundred words, which was nice, but now we're on some busier roads. I kind of need both hands, which of course I'm only using one hand right now while filming, but we're gonna wait for another quiet spot. And maybe when we do a water break, I'll try and figure out how to make this like voice to text thing work a little bit better because I'm enjoying what I'm writing right now. So I'm down to write. Like it has been really fun to come up with a story as I'm biking because I think by doing exercise, like my mind is more freed up to think. We're starting attempt 2. So instead of holding it or trying to put it in my bra, we are going to be using this front bag that Jonah usually uses. But I think if we hold it here, I can like put my phone, something like that. Because I think being able to see the screen will be important because that way I can see if it's actually working. Rather than just kind of like hoping it's working. So we're just gonna put that there. Okay. And her back out is very grip the door frame, but the road is once again not good enough for dictating. All these bumps and crevices. I need my focus, but also the view is incredible. So probably good that I don't get too distracted by also trying to voice to text my book. The second method worked a lot better for the dictation, and I really wish I could do more of it, but we hit rockier, potholy roads. Also super beautiful. Like, I'm not complaining, but it just wasn't as conducive to writing. And I was kind of surprised because yesterday we had just a lot of like flat pavement, and that's what I was picturing a little bit more. So it's good and it isn't. But we were supposed to do another 15 kilometers than we have done today. But and then another reason why I just like couldn't focus on trying to do any more writing is we had a little bit of an issue with Jonah's bike, mostly from us tinkering around with it because we heard a noise and then we messed it up further. So we've stopped earlier because we were able to find a bike shop that would look at it today. So we're gonna go back at 7 p.m. and pick it up. Hopefully they can fix it. It's a brake issue with his rear brake. That means that we have to find a different campsite than we were anticipating, but this one's pretty cool. I'm excited to go into the pool. It should be open for a little bit longer. And then we're gonna go to dinner, get ready for a bigger day tomorrow because we'll have to make up the 15 kilometers. But we will have a bunch of time tonight, so I'm thinking that I will probably go through the words that I've dictated because they're kind of a block of a mess, because I don't think that the new line command, which would kind of like, you know, go into a new line and start a new paragraph, really worked that well. So when I was looking at it just to check what it looked like, yeah, it's just a block of text. So I'm gonna work on that tonight. I'm just really excited. That scene, actually, I'm really happy with how I took it because it's kind of like an interlude chapter between like Act 1 and Act 2, because I didn't want to work on anything that was like super important or critical that I would have to think a lot about. So I basically like made up this main character for this one chapter on the spot and kind of like made up as I was going, you know, the personality and everything like that, and it's turning out really good. So I kind of want to work on it more, and it'll be even easier to do typing. But I want to try and do some more dictation tomorrow, so hopefully we can do a couple more sessions and just like really get a good feel for it now that I'm like happy with the system I have down. But before we do the grand reveal, so all the dictation I did today added up to 852 words, so not bad. Not bad at all, and we'll see what I get done tomorrow. It has taken a little while this morning to get to a nice calm road, and it's actually a slight uphill, which is making it a little bit easier actually to do the dictation than even on the flat. The dictation today wasn't quite as successful as yesterday, and my metric for that is that I just wasn't able to do as much. The roads weren't that great on average for it. Like, it was interesting biking, I enjoyed it, but there was like a lot of steeper uphills and downhills, broken roads, busy streets. So it is what it is. Like, I think that this is the balance you make, is not every road is going to be perfect for dictation. But we are now at one of the most beautiful campsites that I think of this trip. Like, honestly, this is incredible. And I cannot wait to take some time tonight and really work on this scene. And I have more ideas for things I can go back and change and buff out, and yeah, it's gonna be really awesome. So today I wrote 419 words. So honestly, not too bad. I kind of enjoyed it, you know, doing some dictation while biking. It's nice on the like flat, more like boring sections, especially when we just get like non-stop olive groves for 10 or 20 or 30 kilometers. But would I recommend all the time? Definitely not. There's a time and a place. But I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if I pull it out in the future if I ever get, you know, a little bored and I need something to spice up my my biking adventure. So I hope you enjoyed following along for this experiment, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.